Good afternoon, everybody. Silver Dragon here, coming at you with a very different video than normal. Now, I've pretty much never done any drama-related videos when it comes to this channel. It's just not something... I'm not a huge fan of drama. I don't really like to get into a lot of this stuff. I kind of tend to sit in the background as much as I do and just kind of support from the shadows, per se, to a point. But things seem to just keep progressing from bad to worse when it comes to YouTube in a lot of cases. But before we really dive into that, after a long search deep in the mines of Mordor and literally searching through the piles of trash to finally find at the absolute last area I could look, once again, my camera. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It has been so long. Hello. Excellent. Welcome. Welcome indeed. Yes, so I have finally located this sucker, and excuse the really crappy chroma key in the background, as I did just kind of throw this together in a relative hurry so I could dive into this madness. So yes, YouTube, our glorious, glorious content platform, has, over the last year, even specifically, really gone downhill in a lot of ways. YouTube has been treating its content creators apparently, content creators like absolute shit over the last couple of years when it comes to their handling of false DMCA claims, their handling of demonetization and how that all works. They have been very poorly managing all of their rules and systems, punishing people who don't deserve it, not punishing people who do deserve it, and generally just treating people like shit. Or, I should say, treating people that make all of their money for them by creating content for them like crap. I watch a lot of different YouTubers every now and then, namely people like the Act Man, who had his big DMCA kerfuffle and battle with a certain person who I will not name, because I'm pretty sure that name also comes up in the algorithm as something to instantly slap a channel for, so let's not even get into that. As well as Remy Down Under, who has been a big victim of the demonetization system recently, and a lot of the bullshit was, from that. And through him, RT Gaming, who has also been severely dealing with a lot, even worse than Remy, with a lot of this demonetization crap. Now, personally, I am a small channel, and because of all of this crap that's been going on, it's like, I am not heavily affected by demonetization and by DMCA claims and stuff like that. I am just a drop in the bucket of YouTube. So this isn't something that massively affects me, but it's still one of those things where it's just like, I don't want to give this company any more money than I have to through my channel. Which is why, because of all this bullshit of them mistreating creators, I'm just going straight back to just demonetizing any videos going forward, disabling any super chats for the live streams, super thanks, and so on. Thank you very much for anyone that's ever given me any money through that, but it's like, don't support this company. If you absolutely want to support the channel monetarily, maybe I'll open a Patreon or so at some point here, especially coming up. I actually have some time off, so maybe I can do that. So if you absolutely have to do that, want to do that, then I'll give you at least some avenues that you can. But I just can't keep allowing any system here that gives them more money. Now, obviously, just by default of having content on their platform, they're gonna put ads on regardless of whether I monetize it or not. They're gonna keep milking my content for whatever little bit of money they can get from it. And, I'm sure you guys can take your own steps along, stuff of that regard. But when it comes to false DMCAs as one of, the two major issues that this company seems to be facing when it comes to abusing their content creators is false DMCAs being one, which is a very rampant issue. It's something they could have very easily solved in a lot of different ways. The simplest being that if somebody makes a false DMCA claim against your channel, which again can result in your channel being deleted, removed from, Thanos snapped out of existence, and all of that hard work and effort and hundreds of hours of editing and just years and years of work and labor towards, this channel and this community and everything else just going up like that, if they make any of the, a false claim like that, then their channel should be the one taking a hit automatically. They should be the one, suffering the consequences of their actions. But the fact that YouTube lets people just falsely claim, make DMCA claims without any repercussions ever is, as we could see from the Actman issue, is ridiculous. It's something that's so easy for them to fix, at least partially, to at least do something, but they have just proven over and over again that they just don't care. They don't give a shit. Why should they? Which is ridiculous, because the creators are the ones that are literally making this content that is making YouTube money, and yet they're treating their creators like shit. And then again, when it comes to demonetization, doesn't really affect me. But for a lot of these big content creators that have put their, their livelihood and hundreds of hours, per video at times, making this content and putting it out there for everyone to enjoy, and it being really good quality, good shit, good content, only to have YouTube turn around and just slap them with this ridiculous, thanks God, thank you for making us all this money, and I know you had sponsorships on these videos, even literally, and with sponsors as well, they literally go through and watch the video and approve this, so clearly it has been approved by a sponsor, saying that, hey, this is a good video and we are fine with this, and then YouTube itself turns around and say, yeah, no, we're going to demonetize this and remove it from our algorithm and we're not going to pay you. And for the most ludicrous, absolute bullshit reasons. It is so disheartening, so just disgusting, seeing how Team YouTube is handling this company and handling its creators. It truly is. It's like the amount of almost even trauma that they put people through, like the depression, the anxiety, freaking mental breakdowns that people have gone through, the creators who have just disappeared, who have stopped creating content because of the bullshit that YouTube's been doing, especially now that they're adding these new, they're changing the bar, they're changing the restrictions as to what's allowed and what's not allowed, and worse, taking these new kind of conditions, these new restrictions, and retrograding it through 10 years of content, and just slapping you down all of that old content, which was fine, perfectly fine back then, was perfectly in the rules and in the perfectly good content, is now getting hit with these bullshit demonetizations and just ridiculous deplatforming, basically, issues. And it's ludicrous to me to see them basically shooting their, it's basically shooting the hen to get the egg. It's ridiculous. There's just, how is this beneficial to the platform? It's ridiculous. And and again, it sucks that these creators have to go out of their way and create a giant public outrage to get the company to do freaking anything. And then in return, it almost feels like, especially for some of the stuff that they've, had happen to them, and how, like Corey Kenshin and a lot of other people's have had happen to them, where it seems like they are specifically getting targeted and slapped with stuff simply because of, just because somebody at YouTube has either an angle or a reason just to hate on somebody. Whether it be because they have gone to the public in the past and they've gotten a black mark on their profile for, hey, if this person tries to start anything or, tries to submit a request in to get their video remonetized, it's an instant decline. We do not talk to this person. We do not, this person is not a human to us anymore, in a sense. We just, it's just send them to the bot world. It's just, this kind of shit just is getting ludicrous. It really is. And it's like, you could probably expect, especially, I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot more drama coming from this in the near future. There's going to be a lot of people who are just going to be up in arms about this crap, and how, YouTube needs to step up and actually, be the kind of platform that it needs to be for us creators, and stop abusing its, the people making it money, basically, and stop tearing people's livelihoods down for bullshit reasons. But, in all honesty, I've lost pretty much all faith in this company actually doing anything good. you know, actually being there for its creators and punishing people who falsely DMCA, maintaining its rules unilaterally and fairly across everybody, you know, and not cherry picking out their little favorites and, you know, going after anybody who complains. Again, I'll link the other videos for anyone interested in, you know, context and a lot of other, you know, issues in that regard. But just, I thank you guys so much for being on the channel. You know, I appreciate you guys. You guys, honestly, I don't make content on YouTube to make money. I really don't. I'd make peanuts even if I tried. I haven't made money on this channel since, you know, probably like 8 years ago when I, you know, before the big Mr. Pie apocalypse, as they say, you know. But so it's just the only reason I make content at this point is because it's an addiction. You know, you never want to let go of this community, of this thing that you've created and built up over the years. You just never really want to let it go. But honestly, it's just I make it for the people that have been a part of this channel for so long, who've enjoyed my content and still continue to enjoy my content, even if the retention on my videos is just absolute crap. Honestly, I do not do nearly enough editing. I do not work nearly hard enough to really get that kind of retention for the channel and for the videos to kind of deserve that, any major new viewership and subscribers. That's why I don't expect my subscribers will ever go back over 20,000. I expect that number to keep falling and falling and falling until it goes wherever the hell it's going to go. But, you know, I will still continue creating content for all of you lovely people, and I appreciate you guys so much. And again, thank you to anybody who's ever given me a super chat. And if you want to support me elsewhere, you know, support me elsewhere, but I'm not going to take any more money from this company as long as it keeps being a piece of shit. So, yeah. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you for supporting the channel and watching the content and enjoying what you do. I will be trying to improve content as we go forward. And, yeah, that's about all I got. So, again, check the videos in the description if you want further context on a lot of this bullshit that's been going on in the recent many months. And I will see you all quite soon with some more Dwarf Fortress, where we can continue that madness and hopefully finish that up. And then throughout the weeks, we'll be adding in the new stuff as well. Excuse me. Till then, have a great one, everybody.